Hello and welcome to Threefold Herbal Healing. I'm herbalist Leo Sade. I help people who struggle with chronic conditions grow their health from the roots up. Today I'm speaking about immune resilience. What is immune resilience, you ask yourself? I searched AI for the meaning of the term immune resilience and came up with immune resilience is the ability of the immune system to maintain effective immune function or immune competence and control inflammation in response to infectious agents and other stressors, allowing the body to effectively fight disease and recover from illness. Another aspect of immune resilience is flexible immune system. A flexible immune system is adaptive, meaning that it will launch an immune response when pathogens threaten the integrity of the body and withhold a response when pathogens are not harmful. Allergies, seasonal or allergies to food, are a sign of a confused immune system. Immune resilience is also the ability of the immune system to recognize when an infection is resolved and can reverse the inflammatory response. An overactive immune system will feed an underlying inflammatory fire that will spend the body's resource and damage tissue even when there is no trigger for the inflammation. And lastly, immune resilience also means that the intensity of response equal the intensity of the threat. You don't want your immune system to launch a full system inflammatory attack in response to a small thorn on the tip of your finger. That is immune resilience. It's complex response of the body. Our immune system is one of the most complex systems in the body. But you know what? Your immune resilience um, depends very much on your body well-being as an ecology. What does it mean? I like to think about the body as being like planet Earth. Some organs or systems are damp and hot, like the rainforest, while others are cold and dry, like the North Pole. Different weather patterns mean different flora and fauna. The white bear of the north are very different from the snake and scorpions that survive in the desert. In the body, the different quality of the various ecology manifest in temperature, humidity, and pH. Those variations happen even between different organs of the same system. For example, in the digestive system, the stomach is hot, wet, and has a very, very low pH, 1.5 to 3.5, which means that most bacteria cannot really survive there. H. pylori can survive, but not a lot of other bacteria actually stand the acidity in the stomach. The small intestines are still hot and damp, but pH is slightly more welcoming to bacteria, especially as you get closer to the colon. The colon is much more drier, as much more fluid mixed with your food in the stomach and the small intestines is absorbed by the wall of the colon, so there is less fluids there. The pH in the colon is 5.5 to 7.5, so that's much more normal average pH, much more friendly to bacteria. So that's why we see this ecology of gut bacteria thriving in the colon. The body naturally creates those different environments if it gets the necessary nutrients. My perception of nutrients is much more broader than that of most people. I talk about sleep and stress management as much as I talk about food, because those are nutrients for the body. A nutrient-dense diet provides the body with what it needs to produce energy in all its cells, plus the nutrients it needs to make all the enzymes, the hormones, and the messengers needed for a smooth functioning. High quality sleep and rest are crucial for preventing inflammation. You need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Insomnia promotes low simmering inflammation that messes up your immune system. Stress shifts your body from the parasympathetic nervous system to the sympathetic nervous system. Your immune system is part of the parasympathetic nervous system. When you shift to sympathetic nervous system, your parasympathetic don't get nutrients. There is less blood flow, less oxygen going there, less nutrient going there. When the immune system get less nutrients, of course, it will be less vibrant. Movement is crucial to creating healthy ecology since movement moves the lymphatic fluids, and the lymphatic fluid hosts your police, so your immune cells, and the garbage truck. It's kind of clears out waste product from cell. A clean environment is a healthy one. Blood and lymph flow are stimulated when you move, carrying more nutrient and oxygen to cells and removing more waste product from cells. The blood and lymph also host all your immune cells. Innate immune cells, adapted immune cells all live in your blood and the lymphatic fluid. An efficient flow means functional immune system. Well, the immune system doesn't just work by itself, it has tiny helpers. The various ecological environments in the body means that different types of critters live in each of those ecologies. The most well-known critters are the gut microbiome, but your body is covered with bacteria, viruses, and fungi, top to down, in and out, on your skin and inside. Your little helpers support your immune system. They do that by, they bought all the real estate in your body and they are not willing to share. Not with squatters, not with other bacteria and virus. So they prevent other pathogens that come in from the air, from food, to bind to your tissue and to cause you harm. They kick them back out. Your friendly biome compete with invaders for food, leaving them to starve. They produce something that is called short-chain fatty acids. Those are compounds that are vital for regulating the immune system. Those critters love to munch on mucus. They trigger the body to produce fresh mucus constantly. And you don't know that yet, but mucus is your immune system superpower. They even release those toxins that kill invaders and directly protect you from disease. And by being foreigners in the land, they keep your immune system suspicious all the time and ready to attack. So there is this theory that is called the old friend theory. And that's about all those critters. Our relationship with the old friends, the critters that live in and on our bodies, is as old as our bodies. They came up with us from the primordial swamp when we came up of the swamp and developed our body. We have lived together in mutual understanding since then. We provide food and welcoming environment while they provide services. Studies found that when we neglect to engage with our old friends, our immune system loses functionality. People who are not exposed to microorganisms tend to develop immune dysregulation. Their immune system is much more reactive and they risk autoimmune disease and allergies, seasonal food allergies, because they are not in touch with their own critters. So, how to support your old friend, the small critters that live in your body and support your immune system? To support your old friends, you want to increase your exposure to microorganisms. You want to feed the ones that lives in your body, and you want to stop fighting them. So how do you do that? Increasing your exposure. My teacher, Thomas Isley, liked to tell this story about a magical land that used to be, but not anymore. The backyard, where children used to play and dig their hands in the soil. Spending time in nature, gardening, caring for plants and pets. Expose you to microorganisms and improve the resilience of your immune system. Now, how to feed your critters. You're not just eating for one being, but for billions. I don't mean increase your caloric intake, but think beyond nutrients for yourself. Microorganisms love fiber, soluble and insoluble. Fiber is found in vegetables, legumes, seeds, nuts, and all grains. Incorporate them in your diet. Think about it. And lastly, stop fighting bacteria and viruses. The germ theory assumed that since germs are present in diseases, they must be the cause of the disease. An alternative theory developed around the same time but didn't get the same PR is the terrain theory. According to the terrain theory, changes in the body's ecology lead to changes in the critters that lives in it. When your terrain is off, so are its inhibitors, leading to a disease. A good example is a swamp infested with mosquitoes. It wasn't the mosquitoes who created the swamps, but rather the swamp that invited the mosquitoes. Microorganisms are not our enemy. There is a place for antibiotic, but we mostly use it much more than we actually need. And don't start me writing about sanitizer because that could be a whole new video. The immune system is what makes us an ecology within the wider ecology. Our inner ecology health is as good as the health of the environment where we live. If it sounds daunting, it is because it is. Take good care. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you have questions, if you have comments, I am here for you. If you would like to contact me, I will leave my contact information in the comments. Have a good week. See you. Bye.